You don't live in a prison made of walls, you live in one made of light. Its bars glow, hum, and scroll. You built it yourself, one click at a time, one notification at a time, one small surrender of focus after another. At first, the cell felt like freedom. You could see the world through your screen, talk to anyone, know everything. But slowly, the window became a mirror. And now, when you look inside it, you mostly see yourself, reflected back as data. If money once bought labor, now it buys consciousness. Your mind is the new marketplace. Every platform competes for your gaze. Every moment you look away is a financial loss to someone else. Your scrolling time is the new oil field. Every like, comment, and swipe pumps a little more of your awareness into someone else's machine. William James once defined attention as the taking possession of the mind, in clear and vivid form, of one out of what seems several simultaneously possible objects. But inside this infinite scroll, you never take possession. You are the one possessed. The cell walls are invisible because they feel like choice. The feed doesn't just steal time, it steals inner space. It fills every pause until silence feels unnatural, even threatening. You reach for distraction not because you're weak, but because the system has rewired the nervous system that evolution gave you. Each app is a small experiment in behavioral conditioning, stimulus, response, reward. You think you're searching for meaning, but the algorithm is studying you. It knows your anger thresholds, your boredom triggers, your attention span down to the second. Then it feeds your hunger back to you, brighter, faster, louder, until peace feels like withdrawal. The algorithm is the warden, and its reward is your obedience. Simone Weil wrote, "Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. To give attention is to give life." But in this economy of distraction, generosity has collapsed. We no longer give, we consume. Relationships turn into exchanges of reaction. Art becomes content. Silence becomes absence. The self becomes a performance of itself. The soul, once vast, curious, capable of awe, now scrolls through itself like a feed that never ends. We forget that attention was once sacred, a light of consciousness, not a commodity. Infinite scrolling is not boredom relief, it's a rehearsal for emptiness. Each swipe is a small forgetting of yourself, of others, of the present. It numbs the ache for meaning the way sugar numbs hunger. You trade depth for stimulation, connection for exposure, presence for performance. But sometimes the code fails. A still image appears, a face, a sunset, a fragment of beauty the algorithm didn't intend. And for a single breath, you feel that small pulse of recognition, that "oh" is the crack in the wall. That's how every escape begins. Freedom doesn't begin with deleting your apps. It begins with reclaiming the one resource the system can't replicate, your conscious focus. In you, dynamism, attention is not passive, it's power. Lucid intensity means you choose what and how you perceive. You take ownership of the beam of awareness that the machine has rented from you for too long. Science calls it selective focus. Philosophy calls it presence. You, dynamism, calls it self-sovereignty of consciousness. Every deliberate breath you take, every moment you resist reflective checking, is not small. It's an act of neurochemical rebellion. Dopamine begins to stabilize. Your mind reclaims coherence. The prison doesn't crumble all at once, but the light begins to leak through the cracks. Lucid intensity doesn't reject technology, it rewrites the relationship. You no longer check by reflex, you arrive by choice. You no longer scroll for sensation, you seek understanding. The you dynamic mind uses attention like a blade, sharp, deliberate, free. It studies impulses instead of serving them. It feels emotions without being devoured by them. It acts with passion, but guided by clarity. Attention becomes your inner compass again, pointing not to what's loud, but to what's real. And as you focus, you heal something ancient. The ability to be fully here, unfragmented, unbroadcasted, unoptimized, just aware. When you give full attention to anything, a friend, a book, a sound, You're not losing time, you're giving life back to reality. Simone Weil was right. Attention is generosity. To focus is to love. To notice is to serve. To stay present is to refuse manipulation. In a world that monetizes distraction, the quiet mind becomes revolutionary. When you finally look away, the world doesn't vanish, it deepens. The leaves move again. Voices sound human again. Even the ordinary glows with meaning. You realize the cell was never locked, only lit too brightly for you to see the door. Attention is life's most intimate currency. Spend it wisely, and the world becomes real again. Together we regain our attention and master our flame.